Hi, this is Cindy from Vintage to New, and I'm going to be going through my book. We're getting down to the last few little embellishments that I want to do. So let's just look at our pages. I'm happy with how all of this looks together. This was a blank page here, and we had our little girl tea card that we haven't used yet, and I was just going to glue her on this page. She just looks so sweet with the colors, her roses, the Edith Holden page right there. So just a little bit of glue. We're going to just glue her on the page. This is meant to be a journaling page because it's blank, but I think that she will just add more to that page. So there she is. So she's done. Then we have this wonderful envelope that we made together, and that really looks nice with this blank page. Then we come to this page, and here's our journaling page, and here's a page here. So I still have the little tea cards. I have a lot more of those. So I thought maybe what I would do is add a pocket right here in the corner, but I kind of wanted it to be a little bit of an organic shape pocket. So let me show you what I mean. I'm going to take this piece of paper and my tea card. I'm going to glue the tea card down here in the corner, leaving a little bit of a border, about like so. And then I'm going to tear like that. And now I'm just going to antique around the edge and glue it in that corner to make a pocket so that things could just be tucked in there, a little tuck spot. So, and I like using the organic edge, just a little different. We could have made it square, but why make it square when you can make it not square? So there we go. Let's set this over here. So like that. And remembering Wendy's tip, I'm going to hold it on this side here, put my glue along here, and just place it right in the corner of the page. Hold it for a few seconds. And we can come back and put more things in there, but we could put some of our little advertising in there, and then whatever else that we'd like to put in there. This book is getting extremely full, so we don't have to go too wild. This lady is so beautiful. I don't want to distract by having anything on this side. This one, I don't know, we could come back and put something here. Or let's just see. It's not bad the way it is. And then this one, I don't know. Did you guys ever watch Portlandia, where they had the little sketch about put a bird on it? If you did, you know what I'm talking about. But if you didn't, sorry. I'm going to put a flower on it. Why don't we put a flower there? It's just an empty spot crying out for adornment. So yeah, I live just a little ways out of Portland, and Portlandia was really funny. Okay, so that looks pretty good. I didn't watch tons of the shows, but the ones I did see, I really enjoyed. All right. So there's that. Our journaling space. This one is a little plain. This is a journaling page with lines. This is a journaling page without lines. You could journal all around this. So, let's just do one of our advertising. So I'm going to make it a pocket. right down here in the corner. And then I'm just going to put one of these T-cards in. Yes, my new glue is coming out so fast. I get big lines of glue when I just want a little bit, but I'm still happy. Just get it all wiped off. I'm just going to just gently right now stick that in there. The yellow looks nice with the pink. Oh, we don't need anything else there. We don't need anything else there. I was thinking that this page here could use another little something on it. I love these illustrations, so I don't want to cover those up. So let's do a tuck spot at the top. Let's just do another organic one. We'll see how that turns out. Just add some glue on the back. I've not done this before, so we're doing this together. Let's put it right up to the very tippy top, leaving no border. What do you think? I kind of like it. That guy gets covered a little bit, but I don't think that really matters. We can still see the vintage illustrations there, so let's go ahead and antique the edge. So when you're ripping paper, if you want the ripped edge to face you, rip it this way. If you wanted it to not show, rip it the other way, or turn the paper around and rip it. I always love this deckled edge, and I love making it really dark. I think I've said that before. So there's that. Let me give just a little bit across the top. Okay, and we're going to do this glue just at the top. A lot of glue again. I'm gonna have to learn glue control. All right, and I want it to go over close to the edge here. I'm just gonna hold it for a second. So we'll come up with something, or maybe we'll just leave this spot and we can decide later what we want to go in there, but it would just tuck up under there. It's kind of pretty. All right, I think that's good. This is good. And you know, I was telling you that I have such a hard time with writing. Writing in this journal, I would write this way to keep my lines going straight. So on the music paper, it still has lines. So this one, we just have lined paper and music paper. So do we want to add another little embellishment, or do we want to go into our clipping garden here? Oh yeah, who doesn't love gladiolas with a bumblebee? And it's really fun if you have books that you can clip things out of and just have them on hand. This happens to be one of mine. My little cutting garden is what I call it. I have a couple. Because I have a hard time finding... Oh, I forgot to antique it. Have a hard time finding books that have the images that I want. Because I refuse to pay a fortune for books, so they have to be cheap books. I don't want much, just cheap and great. So there's that. So that adds a little something pretty for these two pages here. Let me wipe my hands. And because I'm not 100% sure I got every drop of that glue covered up, I think I did, but I'm going to put a piece of wax paper in so that I'm not gluing it to the next page. So here's another one. This whole little thing right here is a little bit kind of desolate there for a couple of pages. Let me just mark that page. I think we might come back to that one. So now we get to this page, and I had an idea for this page. If you watched my video on how to use your punches in different ways, you can look in my playlist and see. But this is one of my punches that I did it on the fold here, all right? And my idea is I'm going to make this a tuck spot on both sides of the page. So what I'm going to do is put a little dot of glue here. And then across here, you have to do both of those, going on two different sides. And then finding my page where I'm going to put it right below the holes there. I want the holes to stick up and out. Smush that together. Okay, so that should be a tuck spot on both sides of that page. And in my little garden clip art, I had bees. So I'm going to just put a random bee on each side. I should have antiqued it. Oh, why didn't you tell me? Yeah, at least he's not quite so white. And then let's antique this one while I've got it out. Okay, I still got one more bee left. Let's put him over here, and he needs just a tiny dot of glue. I've got to get more glue control here. Tiny dot. Ah, yay, much better. Where's my lid? Put the lid on it. Put the bee right side up. All right, and I still had one of these fruit, home, and garden things left. So I'm just going to stick that under there for now. See how that works. And then we need to come up with something for there. We could do just some flowers clipped in. Or we could come back and think about that in a minute. I think we'll come back and think about it in a minute. All right, so I'm going to move this up to here. Okay, I love this page. This little boy is so adorable. Would he melt your heart just bringing you a big bouquet of flowers? Okay, and then here's another page that we should stick a flower on it. So, I'm going to have, this was one of mine again, but you know, you can find books. They're just not easy to find with good illustrations, and illustrations tend to be better than actual photographs. They just add more to your book, in my opinion. Other people might have different opinions. And these are really old botanicals that I have. And so why would you have a big blank space without having a flower on it? Because you've got all this room to write here and all this room to write here. This page, I decided to use one of my let's do it the right way. Hold it at the top. Advertisements as a pocket. But you could just use some printed cardstock. Make a nice little just square pocket and put one of your flowers on it. Would be great. And then whatever you want to just tuck in your little pocket. Okay. And then I was going to do the same on this side with this one. And I may come back through if I can find other things that I want to put in these little pockets. I just don't know yet. And this is one of the botanicals. And I'm not going to glue this one, I'm just going to tuck it in. And it was printed on that photo paper, so it's really bright colors, but very white. So that's why I give it a little antiquing all around. Okay. All right, so I saw this tag just hanging out there, and it was cute, but we should stick a flower on it. So I guess less is not more, more is more. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but it's how I like it. So that's on the back side. This is the front side where you would be doing your journaling. And so I'm just going to stick this just right along this side. So it's not going to take up a ton of space. You could still write. There. This is one of mine. It's really old. It says, "Take this rose from me." And I'm going to do another pocket down here at the bottom. This goes this way when you read it, or I suppose you could read it that way. Oh, makes it right side up. Let's do that. All right, so let's get in. If you're going to have a straight line, have a straight line. So I'll cut it. All right. Where to go? Put that there, and I think that we'll just rip it down, but I'm going to glue it on first so we have it just right. I should have had these antiqued before I did the video, because I'm pretty sure you don't need to sit and watch me do this over and over and over. That is part of the fun, getting to do all this stuff. Okay, I want the rip side on this side, so I'm going to start up here, tear down. And I don't mind if I put it clear down at the corner. We could leave it square on both sides, which I think that looks pretty nice. So let's do that. Okay, and glue it. Our journal's really getting down there. We still need to do our cover, and we need to do a closure, and this is going to have a closure that will help hold it close, because it's already like not closing at all. So there's that. All right. We do not need to add anything to that. So now we're up to our second signature. Let's see what we've got. I think that was good. Oh, I was going to do another top tag using these hydrangeas. I planted hydrangeas in my yard this last summer, and there's so many different kinds, and they bloom different. One that I bought, it blooms all summer long, which is really unusual. It's a new hybrid, so I hope it makes it through the winter and that we can have gorgeous blooms in this year too. Let's see. I like it. I need to antique it. Years ago they came out with a variety called Annabelle. It's a white one. I don't have one, but that was my mom's name. So I think it is destined to be in my yard at some point. She went by Annie. Okay. This is not one of mine. This was just out of a Better Homes and Gardens book, and it's a watercolor illustration. So you can find them. Okay. Little bit of glue. I really enjoy this just very neutral charcoal gray. We've used different pieces out of that pack throughout, and it's a different pattern, right? So you don't want to add so many things, so many patterns and colors and things to your journal that it loses kind of a continuity. But charcoal gray to charcoal gray to charcoal gray, it rhymes. You know, all of it goes together. So that's just a little too big. So what I'm saying is I wouldn't want to put this on a bright yellow or something really different than what we've been using. Oops, too far up. So I think that's pretty good. Needs to be antiqued. The other thing antiquing does is it just brings things into a more cohesive look. I did ceramics when I was really young. My mom and I did them together, and that's one thing I remember. So you're painting something. I did a little caroler for Christmas one time, and you paint her in her red and her white trim and all that, and it looks so stark. And then you put the antiquing on, and it goes down into all the detail, and the detail pops out, and it just looks so much better. I still have her today. I did her when I was 12 years old. She was out this Christmas. It was a campfire girl. All of our campfire girls did that project that year. We all got to pick whatever we wanted. I kind of treasure that. Okay, so let's put this down. A little glue across the top. Get it in a good spot. It's got to go so it can get in the book good. Make sure that that's going to not get hung up every time. I'm going to scoot it this way a little bit. Yeah, it's better. These envelope things that we did with the tablet inside, the paper inside, are really heavy on the page, and so we needed something light back here. Okay. All right. Here's another one I wanted to do. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop this video here so my camera doesn't stop on me, and then I'll pick it back up again after that. So until next time, this was Cindy from Vintage to New. So goodbye.